Okay, some quick thoughts after the win versus the New England Patriots. 49ers won 30-13. Great football game on all cylinders. Defensive line was getting home today. Nick Bosa having a strip sack and a fumble recovery. Kevin Givens stepped up big time in replacement of Jordan Elliott, who left the game. I believe he re-aggravated the foot injury that he suffered earlier this week. Hell of a team win by the Niners. Fred Warner is on a completely different level this year. That guy's on his way to being the Defensive Player of the Year without a doubt. If it's not him causing forced fumbles, it's him getting interceptions, acrobatic interceptions. Had the pick six today. One of Fred Warner's best plays I've ever seen by him, without a doubt. Fred Warner played out of his mind, and like I said, is on his way to being Defensive Player of the Year if he continues to play at the level he's playing at, which I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. Left the game with an ankle injury and didn't return after halftime. Don't think it's anything too serious. I think the Niners really were kind of being just cautious about putting him back in the game. Fred Warner didn't necessarily have to go back into that game. You know, the Niners were already kind of blowing the Patriots out when Fred Warner got hurt. But yeah, I mean, hell of a game by all phases. I thought the special teams, that's still a work in progress. Special teams, I don't think was great today. Had the muff punt. And yeah, special teams has got to kick something in gear. They got to switch some things up. I don't know. Special teams has been pretty disappointing all year. Brock Purdy had another game played out of his mind. Had the interception, obviously. Don't think he would have made that throw in double coverage if the game was a little closer or the 49ers were down. I think he was just trying to give his guy a shot. I believe it was Brandon Ayuk who was the intended target on that interception. But other than that, Brock Purdy was throwing the deep ball. That was on full display today. Threw the deep ball a lot today. Hit Deebo Samuel on one of his better throws of the year, and then obviously hit Juwan Jennings for a massive gain too, and which I thought was probably Brock Purdy's best throw all game long. Juwan Jennings made a hell of a catch as well. Can't take that away from him, but Brock Purdy was darting, dicing, whatever you want to call it, all game long. And it clearly showed, that this 49ers team woke up from the past couple weeks. Obviously, it feels good to be back into the win column, and doing it in the fashion that they did it today with a dominating win makes it even better. You can definitely tell that they were ready for this game today, and it definitely showed. Jordan Mason, another 100-yard game from him. Also had the touchdown as well. Jordan Mason had a hell of a game. George Kittle had a hell of a game. The touchdown catch that he had in the corner of the end zone, 2 plays after 2 touchdowns were already called back. Remember a Jordan Mason Texas route that got called back due to a George Kittle holding call, which I thought was bogus. And then Brock threw a touchdown pass to Juice that was also called back. I believe it was an illegal man downfield on that play. So, yeah, I mean, George Kittle, one of his best highlight reels that he's ever had in his entire NFL career. Probably his most badass touchdown catch ever. Probably his best touchdown catch ever that he had. So, yeah, man, I mean, the team was clicking on all cylinders. I thought Diamador Lenore had a hell of a game. The secondary, I thought, played pretty well for the most part. But, again, today it started with the defensive line. I mean, the 49ers clearly won the battle in the trenches. I'm pretty sure Nick Bosa had like 9 or 10 pressures. I believe the Niners as a team had 6 sacks total on the day. So, dominating performance by the Niners defensive line. Back in the win column, we improved to 2-2, and then now next week we host the Arizona Cardinals, which Arizona lost again today. They dropped to 1-3. The Rams got beat by the Bears, which was big, and then obviously we have Seattle tomorrow night on Monday night to see obviously who I mean, even if Seattle wins, they are still number one in the NFC West, but a Seattle loss tomorrow would definitely help the 49ers out. And I know the Niners play the Seahawks in the next couple weeks, so obviously that's going to be a big game too, just in terms of where they're at in the division. So, yeah, hell of a team win. Niners improved to 2-2. I think players of the game, I'm going to go with Fred Warner without a doubt. George Kittle also gets a nod for player of the game. And I think third one, you could go either Jordan Mason or Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was making high-level throws all game, showcasing his legs and his quickness. Just a great team win all in all. So Niners improve to 2-2. Again, they're playing Arizona next week at home. NFC West battle. Arizona cannot be slept on. Arizona is a good football team. Even though they are 1-3, they are a good football team. So the Niners definitely have to make sure that they're not underestimating them. And again, they just got to take it one game at a time. I mean, this team's only, it's only we're going to be going into week 5, and the 49ers are 500. So they got to get back over 500, and I think they can do that next week. When they play the Arizona Cardinals. So let me know what you guys think of today's win. Again, dominating performance on all phases, I thought. Special teams still a work in progress. They had a muffed punt. They definitely have some stuff to clean up. I think the team in general has some stuff to clean up, but in particular, the special teams is not. It's rocky. So I would imagine they're going to work on that. They're going to correct some things. But yeah, as always, go Niners. Niners win 30-13, week 4, New England Patriots. And they move on to Arizona next week. At home, divisional opponent. We'll see what happens. Go Niners as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one.